Now for our second example of solving a quadratic equation by the quadratic formula. This one also has the equation starting out in standard form, and we have a 1x squared. Something that is different though is that we have a negative coefficient for b is 1 again. B is negative 10. And another thing that's different is C is negative 24. So when we put in B, the negative of negative 10 is going to become a positive 10. It doesn't affect what we're putting in here. It's still a negative 10, that quantity squared. And then 4 times 1 times negative 24. All over 2 times a, so all over 2 times 1. So again, our main concentration is on working out what number is under the square root. However, we can take care of the negative of that negative 10 and the 2 times the 1. Even though that's a negative 10 that is getting squared, any real number squared is non-negative, so we have 100. Here, when we multiply the 2 positive numbers and the 1 negative number, we're going to be subtracting a negative number, which would be the same as adding the positive of it. So rather than do some extra writing, I'm going to count how many minus or negative signs I'm seeing starting from here. There's 2 of them. 2 negatives multiplied together would be positive. So we've got plus 96 so it's going to be the square root of 10 plus or minus the square roots of 196 all over 2. And let's see here, I believe 196 is a perfect square. I'm going to check that real quick. It is. It's 14 squared, so we're completely getting rid of the square root again. 10 plus or minus 14 all over 2. Now, by the way, even if we don't get rid of the square root, something that's going to come up later, I'm going to go ahead and apply now. These are both even. If I factor a 2 out of there, in fact, that's the largest number that will go into 10 and 14. That's going to cancel out. 5 plus or minus 7. I'm going to break that into the 2 cases of x equals 5 minus 7, which will give us negative 2, or x equals 5 plus 7, which gives us a positive 12. Again, we had something under the square root that was positive, so we're getting real answers. We're getting 2 different real answers, and in fact, they are rational answers, i.e. something that we can write as an integer over a non-zero integer.